Hey guys, Orla here from GBO, your women's gear review channel. Today we are reviewing the Tote Bag from Stubble and Co. If you're new here, then let me update you with my love for Stubble and Co. If I was met with the question of what is your favorite backpack, currently at this stage, it is definitely Stubble and Co, the roll top backpack. Although a lover, I will still be giving my honest review. In this review, you can find a summary, the features, fit check, pros and cons, who it's for, who it's not for. Also, we are going to test it on the Airline test to see if it is compatible for a personal item. Okay, let's get cracking with the summary of this tote. This is priced at £100. You can convert that how you need. The main materials are recycled 900D PET. The top is ripstop 200D recycled PET, and the lining is made up of 210D recycled rPET and recycled nylon. You also have water-resistant YKK zippers, and you will be glad to know, or at least I am, that this bag is vegan-friendly. The dimensions are 43 in width by 33 in height by 13.5 in depth, and that is in centimeters. It is a weight of 0.7 kg, so super lightweight, and the capacity is 21 liters. You can get this bag in the black or the matcha color, so there is two colors that you can choose from. In terms of shape and style, this is definitely a bit of me right down to the T, because I just think with this tote, it's really impressive the way they've done it, because they've kind of got a nice balance between professionalism and it being classy to being active and then to being urban. Bottom of the bag is what holds the shape, and it is able to sit up by itself when it is fully packed, and when it is not fully packed it also remains upright, so you're not at risk of it flopping over. Even if you are at risk of that and you're scared, there is enough sufficient padding throughout the bag, especially in the places that you need it most. You can wear this bag over your shoulders, or you can attach the straps here that come with the bag where you can have it across your body. So Stubble and Co are a London-based brand, but they do offer international shipping. They have a return policy of 30 days. The UK and the US are free for returns, but the price will differ for other countries. They do offer a goodwill guarantee for a period of 2 years from dispatch of the product. Any issues within that time, they will repair or replace free of charge. So another thing to note about Stubble and Co is their conscious decisions to be sustainable where possible. They also live through the motto of do more and offer a hub over on their website where you can find out more. Basically, their intentions are to create bags that inspire people to get out and do more. And they have that mindset whilst building their bags, and as mentioned, you can see that with this tote because it doesn't just stop at being an over-the-shoulder kind of bag. There's levels to it and it can be placed in all types of environments. Okay, let's get into the features of this bag. I love the branded on front. This is probably one of the first things I fell in love with about Stubble and Co. Not only that, but their materials. There's just something so satisfying about the font they've used and the cleanness of their logo. They have embedded their logo into their custom pillars as well. So on the side, they do have two compression straps, so you can just tighten in the bag should you want. I have opted to put my headphones here because I really do like having them on the outside of the bag, so they are really quick and accessible for me. Also, you have a couple of external loopholes at each corner, really, of the bag, where they are just smaller ones that you can attach anything that you might need there. Also, on the back of the bag, you have a luggage slit, which blends in well with the rest of the bag, so it's not kind of taken over the style of it. It's just well implemented throughout this bag. The first pocket here you have on the front, no real anti-theft in terms of closing this. You could try and get creative if you were really worried and look through the loophole or disguise it in some sort of way, but this is really your front kind of on the go access pocket. When the bag is fully packed, this is tight, so just be aware of what you're trying to get in there. You could slide your phone in there, but whatever you're putting in there is going to form to the shape of that. So that's just something in terms of it being aesthetically pleasing, whether you want that. But as mentioned, when it is fully packed, it is tight space. Then when it is not packed, it's not too bad, but it is going to form, say you have a purse or whatever, that's going to form to the shape of that. But if you are worried about that front pocket and you're thinking, oh, I would love that closer to me, then all you have to do is keep this part of the bag closest to your body and have that facing the front, because it doesn't compromise the style or anything, just blends in well. I have packed this up so that you can see how much you can get inside it. You have the option to use this kind of extension here on the top where it is a kind of different material. It is all that water resistant material, or you can opt to fold that in and just give it maybe a sleeker look. But that extension is there for that. And what you can get in is 1, 2, 3 packing cubes. So that just gives you a rough idea of the space. Just be aware if you are packing it up like so, then some of the organization pockets are out of bounds. Like you can't really use them. You could, but you're not going to get quicker access to them. You might have to maneuver about, depending if you use packing cubes or if you're packing this all up with just clothes. So first up on the inside, when you are looking in, you do have a water bottle compartment, which is great because they could have just left that out, but they haven't. It is mesh. It does fit my 500 kind of ml coffee mug here. And what they've done is created a design where you can just pull on this and get it out in and out easier, which is a wee genius idea. And I love that little touch. The mesh is lovely, although the elastic on the mesh doesn't suction around the product. You could opt to go slightly bigger then for that. If you are bending over the bag, I don't know why you would be, but if it was flopped over, then that would fall out if you had the zip open, just for reference. And then you have plenty of space to work with. In terms of the compartment for your water bottle, when you are setting down the bag, it's not going to make that clink because the bottom of the bag is well padded. So inside is replicating their backpack with that bright interior design. Then you can just see so much, and it is so much easier. And I love when brands do this because it just makes life a bit easier. You're not hoking and poking about. And with the tote as well, because the way it opens, then natural light is getting in as well. Again, much like their backpack, it is minimal in terms of their organization. So they have a few pockets here. They have one on this side, which is your zip pocket, and you could just opt to have that, especially if you are having it on your body and you want to look in. This is just great to grab whatever you want, but it's secure enough in terms of just having that closest to your body. Then you have 1, 2 mesh pockets that you can play about with, another bigger pocket, and then a smaller pocket as well. Then we move on to the laptop compartment that fits up to a 16-inch laptop. It is held down by this Velcro strap. I'm not a fan of the strap. It's quite minimal, but it does the job. There is enough stickiness to it. And then inside, I have decided to put in my 12-inch laptop in there, and there isn't, like, usually sometimes people put another pocket for, say, a tablet and things like that. You could try and fit that if you could in the little smaller pocket, but I don't think that, you might have to switch about the way you place it in. But there is sufficient padding here on the laptop compartment, but there isn't like an extra dedicated fleece kind of material for any sort of delicates in this bag. So now we have packed this away like so. Let's get into fit check, comfortability, and whether or not this bag has passed the female body test or not. So the straps are here if you want them. They are attached via the little system here, the G-hook kind of gatekeeper system, and that just goes on really nicely. Usually I have an issue with some of the kind of hardware when it just takes too long to even get it open, which I guess is good in a sense, but you can opt to have these on. And if I want this around like that, now I probably would only opt for this kind of style if the bag is fully packed out and a bit too heavy. And I would probably opt to have it on front because that's just where I find it a bit more comfortable, especially here if I'm swinging this around. It's fine, but it's kind of, I don't know, gaping through the middle of my boob, which just adds a lot of pressure. Here I'm getting a nice bit of balance, although it's not the most attractive. It definitely just works in terms of comfort for me, but this is what it looks like this. And then this is what it looks like this. That is it fully packed as well. So it's going to be different and lighter when it's not fully packed. And then you have the option to enter this out mode. This is what I would opt to use the most. And you do have pockets, obviously, on the inside. If you're not using these, but you want to keep them with you, then you can just place those in there. And this is my fit. This is what I prefer, but I have to say when it is fully packed, it is going to get heavy. And I did notice this happening quite a lot. when I was using it, but that's just because you're moving and then it's kind of falling. It would be nice if you had like a little, what do you call those, a little strap here, so you could close these together while it's on your shoulder. And even maybe some sort of padding on this, because see, hotter days, and if you're not wearing a jacket, this is just that seatbelt material, and I would find that super duper irritating, and it would actually irritate my skin too because of the rubbing, and it would become less comfortable. And especially if you are sweating and this is touching your skin, it's just going to make you a lot hotter. And I'm thinking about those hotter days. Fortunate enough, here's the plus side, is that we don't get hotter days, so I don't really have to worry about that. But when it does come into the hotter days and I'm using this, especially if you are using it as a travel kind of bag, you want that comfortability. And I just think with the straps, it could have done with a bit more padding, or even just clamping these two together, or having the option to do so. But this is what it is like. Okay, time for the airline requirements test. This is a replica of the EasyJet measurement, so that just gives you a bit of an idea. For this though, I'm going to have to take out my headphones that I have here on the side, and you can of course compress it in should you need, but you will not have to worry because this fits lovely in the seat in front of you. Shocker, because even when it is fully packed, you are getting that in. And I just think that's absolutely amazing, because it's just such a lovely redesign and so easy to just pack it up and go with. And that is that. So you can just use that as a bit of a reference for your own requirements. Okay, let's run through the pros and cons of this tote bag. So definitely the water bottle compartment on the inside is definitely a huge plus. And also the fact that they've added just a little bit of detail to make that more convenient for you to get in and out. The sustainable materials and also how cost efficient it is, I think it is well priced. And that water resistant material, and it is super easy to just clean down. So some cons to think about, just in terms of the straps here, a bit of padding would have been nice. And also if we could have clamped these maybe together to stop that from just slipping off, to have the option to do so. Maybe another thing on the luggage slit, a wee secret pocket, that would have been handy for maybe passports and stuff. Of course you have this front pocket here, but just something that is a bit more anti-theft. And I don't know if I miss it, probably because this is so close to your body, it's actually a bit more convenient for a key lash. It would have been nice to see like a retractable key lash maybe in the front here or inside the bag, so when you open it you can just go nyum, nyum. So this bag is definitely for someone who wants an alternative to a backpack that they can still reap the same benefits from. This is a grab and go style bag with minimal design. It is versatile in its style and can be great for a personal item, or even just a wee weekend away bag, or just a grab and go as mentioned. It's just simple to pack and take it on out. This isn't for someone who is wanting more organization with their bag, or someone that is wanting more from a bag. This is quite simple in its design, but effective. If you decide that you would like to have a wee gander over on their website, then we would greatly appreciate if you could use the links below. If you enjoyed this review, then why not consider joining the GBO community and hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Hey guys, I'm Bradley and this is Kazi. We are from Dream Big Travel Far.
And we are running weekly gear giveaways in collaboration with Gear by Orla.
And if you want to be in with a chance to win, then hit that subscribe button and go to the first link in the description to join the newsletter.
Be sure to check your inbox every week to see if you are that week's lucky winner. We'll see you there.